So here we are back at the manor that dates back to 1658. You're going to see a spectacular room in a moment, but first I wanted to give you a restoration update. On Friday, cleaners came and their task was to do the boiler room. Some 2 hours later, they came to me and said they had finished. Could I take a look? Now, as you can see, everything here has been shined up. All the equipment and the expansion tanks and the boiler casing has been shined up. All this stuff is going to be removed. I took one look at the floor and I said, well, why is it covered in mud? I said, you know, you've come here to remove all the mud. Oh, they said, remove the mud? I said, yes. I said, have you not got some floor scrubbers, scrubbing brushes, power washers? Well, no. We didn't know we had to remove the mud. And I said, well, this is a category 3 flood. I said, they're not going to install new boilers or anything with this floor. So, anyway, they made some more phone calls and, well, no, they had to leave. They said, no, we can't stay anymore. So, unbelievably, on day 49, all we have had is 2 hours of waste of time cleaning. Anyway, that said, let's go and have a look at this spectacular room. Yes, it is outside actually, so we'll go back in. It's freezing out here, and you probably will be familiar with this hallway. Just close the door and we'll make our way down towards the dining room, which is what I want to show you. Now, I hope you enjoyed the last video, which was the man of the house going through his, oh, we've got a bit more power up here this time. The man of the house going through his armour and showing you all the helmets. There's more of that to come because we've got full suits of armour all over the place and military uniforms as well for you to look at. Now, what normally happens here when we have weekend guests, what we do is on a Friday night, they are in the Great Hall. We have a lovely fire on, it's really casual, pizzas, whatever, very casual. But a Saturday night is different. And when they arrive, they always get the guided tour of the house. And then this room is locked. They are not allowed in here till Saturday night. And I open the door and it looks something like this. All dimly lit. Very, very beautiful. I'll just do a quick tour with the lights down and then we can turn the lights up and we can have more of a deep dive into this room. So generally it's, we look usually like this. The candles are lit and it absolutely looks spectacular. Now these here are Victorian chairs. So we have a quick whip round and then we will look at things in here in a little bit more detail. So Saturday night, you only come in here if you are in dress. And I like, and the man of the house likes dressing up. So on your bed, you'll find a dicky bow if you are a gentleman. And if you are a lady, you will be asked to wear a gown. And it's a very, very nice affair. We have 10 seats here, so it's usually a nice party atmosphere, candles. It's a spectacular evening for anyone that comes to enjoy this house. So let's just go back and turn some lights up so we can have a better look at everything in here. Firstly, I'm going to show you this damage. We had these radiator covers made and they are all going mouldy and they are going to have to be redone. There's moles growing up the doors. These are solid oak. And this one too, what a shame. You can just see where the water level was. All the Victorian furniture still covered in mud because, as I just told you, nobody has done anything. This beautiful, beautiful carpet, it is gold. And the theme for this room is a sort of a purple and gold. Yeah. On the walls, we have all this sort of architraving and framing just to give this spectacular effect. Oh, there's a crack on the ceiling as well, we think, from the damp, so they're going to have to agree to redo that. You've got this lovely French style chandeliers. And more ornate stuff on the wall. Now, it might not be everybody's taste, but as I said, with this house, every room has got a theme. And this is one we especially like to use, well, we did use every Saturday night. But since the flood, no, we've not used it at all. Which is rather a shame. I mean, could you imagine yourself sitting here, having a dinner, candles on, chit-chatting away? I'm sure you could. So let's have a little look at these chairs. Now the carving is beautiful. Look at that lovely twist going down there. And oh no, of course they went underwater. How damaged these are going to be, I don't know. I mean, by now we would have thought that somebody would have come along and took the carpets out. I mean, we could have done it, but someone pointed out to me that this is going to be heavy. It's full of water. So ultimately, someone has got to come and cut it all up, take the chairs out, put them somewhere, maybe into another room, and then cut the carpet up, get it out, put it into a skip. So I like tablescapes, and this I know is quite a busy tablescape, and I was due to change it to something else, but I've been so busy I hadn't come up with a new one, because this was like a Valentine's tablescape, which never happened because of obviously all the damage and floods and all this sort of stuff. Now, believe it or not, there are over 130 items on this table, including the cutlery, the glassware, the lovely vintage plates, sort of country theme. As you can see, we've got gold cutlery. Yes, this is all usable. It's just a bit messy at the moment, really. I think everything's moved a bit out of place. And one thing that I like is this gong. Now, they got the gong because the lady before, when she had her guests, they always got a gong to come to dinner. So they'd be upstairs in their rooms and she would call them to dinner with a gong. So that was, in a way, is a bit of a tribute to her. Actually, what I will tell you is one of the neighbours knocked the door the other day, just to see how things are going, how we're getting on. And I told her that I was going to be talking about the dining room. She said, oh, she said, we got invited to dinner there. She said, you wouldn't believe it, but when they answered the door, there was a butler. I said, really? Yes. I said, you've met the butler? Yes, you met the butler. So, yeah, he definitely existed, whoever he was. I don't know. Quickly through some of these things then. This here is water for crystal. Believe it or not, we were using them on a daily basis. And because we're so clumsy, we just kept breaking them. And I thought, do you know what? Put them away. Just go to Asda, get some ordinary glasses, and, they won't get broken. Everything on here has just been collected over a period of time. We do like going to car boot sales, going to antique fairs, and anyway, house clearances, anything. I mean, some of the stuff has come from places like that. So for example, your plates, they've come from probably just I don't know, junk fair or something like that. Or we pick up things in charity shops as well. We've been all round eBay. Things come from eBay. Even things from TK Maxx. It's quite an eclectic collection of lots of different things. This item, fruit topiary, £10 it was, from a charity shop. Think I can find another one? No way. No, I've been everywhere. I had that on sale for 10 years on eBay, never found another one. The only other one I managed to get was this little fella here. And again, I think he just came from, you know, one of these antique fairs. Well, I say antiques, they call it collectibles. It isn't really antiques. You know, these bits and pieces. You see these great big warehouses full, and if we're going somewhere, we always make a point of popping in. But anyway, that's it for today. So you're just going to have to wait for the next episode. There are quite a few rooms we haven't showed you, and I'm thinking the next one would be something upstairs. And the reason for that is we've got some furniture there that is damaged by the condensation moving up, and we don't have bedrooms here, we have bed chambers. And the one I'm keen to show you, where the wardrobe is the haunted bedroom. So see you next time in the haunted bedroom.